You and I both know that if you wanted to capture water in a well or something like that, raise the water up, all we need is a little bit of fire. Ah, that's right. We just float a campfire on top of that puppy. And split this over a little bit more. And theoretically, we can just pump that water without much more than the hole itself. Good job. Now, if we could have one moving part, a flapper valve that keeps that water from going back down and lets it out somewhere else above it, that would be really cool and make this configuration work. But how can we keep lighting that fire and pump more water upward beyond, like what an advanced water wheel or something like that would do? Well, did you know that water burns? Yes. If we could split some water into hydrogen and oxygen from electrolysis and light the product with a spark, we'd have a fire to create the implosion, to suck out the old, and bring in some new water. Isn't that great? But wait, where did the electricity come from for that electrolysis? Well, did you know that inside rocks there's electricity? Yes, it's true. One great place that you can see this is down at the music store where they say piezo, okay? Not piezo or some of these other things. Down at the guitar store, it's piezo electronics. And you can see it's in electronic drums too. Right here under the strings, this is bone, and then there's a ribbon that captures the piezo effects from the bone, and it converts them into electrical impulses and audio waveforms. Isn't that pretty fancy? Another place you can see that is in these barbecue lighters. There's no battery, so it's purely piezoelectricity creating that spark. So you could take all of this and optimize them together and make them, like a band that is greater than the sum of all its parts. Get to work, guys! They used to move because of piezo, but who knows? Now, down in the basement of this apparatus, let's say that we have another drain. Water comes in, but this drain can suddenly stop. And what that does is create a water hammer. And if you've ever had an old house, you know what this water hammer does. It kind of creates a thump throughout the house. As the check valve releases, we have water flowing freely, and then suddenly, boom, shuts that, and it causes that. And we get that force from the thump that could create the spark that could give us the temporary elements for fire. And then we get that suction that we just saw from the imploding fire. One of the prevailing theories for the Great Pyramid is this imploding ram pump machine. It's not very well accepted, and here it is working right here in front of you. The pyramid shape directs and concentrates those piezoelectric waves to make this thing work. And so this is all basic physics. But for what? What are we trying to build here? Well, did you know that you personally can transmit wireless energy? Well, it's true. A human head with hair rubbed with a latex balloon demonstrates the ability to transmit wireless electricity to this balloon. You can feel the field between there. Or maybe it's Maybelline, I don't know. But if the head is considered the earth and the balloon the sky, we can make the ultimate leap and plug into the sky like we do for everything else. Because all that thumping, if you just manage to do it right at the right time, then we can get the physics of resonance aboard this jalopy and really make it work. With St. Elmo's fire, and St. Elmo's fire loves to bring its friend lightning to the party. So if you want to capture lightning, all you really need is to dig a hole in the ground.